In Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition, the Leucrotta are described as horrific dog-like creatures that lurk in places far away from society, torturing and hunting wild animals. While they appear similar to a dog in form, they're actually semi-intelligent monstrosities that can mimic the voices and sounds of humanoids and other animals, which they do to lure in unsuspecting victims. Once one looks past the dog-like visage, however, the Leucrotta are shown to actually be an amalgamation of beast parts, with the legs of a stag and the body of a hyena, a long winding tail, and a badger-like face. These characteristics allow them to leave stag-like tracks for hunters to follow, and then use their powerful jaws to tear their targets apart. In 5th edition, the Leucrotta has an AC of 14, 67 HP, and a speed of 50. They have decent stats for a CR3 monster, and speak Abyssal and Gnoll, revealing their true nature. In 5th edition, it's stated that the Leucrotta are an abomination created by Yinogu, the patron demon lord of the Gnolls. They have the keen smell and kicking retreat traits, making them perfect for tracking and then escaping foes, but more notably, they can mimic animal sounds and humanoid voices to near perfection. Furthermore, when they down a player, they can go into a rampage to move and make another attack, which is likely considering that they do 2 attacks per turn with an overall damage potential of 11 to 28. As a DM, I would use the Leucrotta in conjunction with a party of Gnolls, or in a larger pack of 3 or 4. They have the keen smell trait, allowing them to find their quarries with ease, and they can easily engage with players up close, while Gnolls take pot shots at them from the back lines. If in a pack, I would instead have them charging at players for their attacks, then making use of their bonus action to disengage and move out of range, or into a flanking position for their fellows. By doing this, they can dance around melee players and can even strike with their hooves on one player, disengage as a bonus action, and then use the rest of their movement to target another player with their bite. Most D&D monsters that are copyrighted are not based on a solid myth, but it surprised me to find out that the Leucrotta, Crocotta, Korokotta, or Crocuta is a mythical creature based out of Ethiopia. They were described by ancient Grecian philosophers and naturalists as a mix between a dog and a lion, and our old friend Pliny the Elder states that when mixed with other animals, the Ethiopian lioness gives birth to the Korokotta, which can mimic the voices of men and cattle. He also names a similar creature called the Leucrotta, which is a faster and more cunning variant. Due to many Greeks, Romans, and Ethiopians capturing and gifting Leucrottas to the nobility of Western Europe, they became a lesser-known image in heraldry and banners, usually confused by modern audiences like myself for a wolf or a dog. When I say that nobles were gifted Leucrottas, I'm only partially kidding. Most modern scholars take the description of the long-necked spotted dog-wolf hybrid to be an exaggerated description of a hyena, which can be found in all the areas reported to be the hunting grounds of the Leucrotta. It's likely that the Grecians saw hyenas and, like they did with many other mythical beasts, decided not to consult the locals and instead created their own bestiary entry. In comparing the monster to the myth, we find that the depiction of the Leucrotta in D&D is distinct, but the name, dog-like body, and ability to mimic voices are all lifted from the ancient African and Grecian myths. If you enjoyed that video, please leave a like and comment below, and consider subscribing to the channel. You can also join the Patreon for $1 a month to access videos days before they're posted here, as well as other exclusive stuff like short stories, videos, and more.